in the beginning, before we had the complete diagnosis of Dylan, my wife spent 7 hours a day doing physio on Dylan. He cried 6.5 of that 7 hours. And I applaud her. And I love her for that. Because it's a mother's heart. It's that nurturing instinct of love that runs so deep that you can't help yourself. And it's beautiful. It's the ultimate expression of God's heart towards His people. I just want to help you. I just want to love you through the pain. I just want to make it as best as it can be for you. You need to balance that deep desire of being a mother on the one side with trusting God. I don't know how one gets there. But just to give you the intention of my heart here, I want to give you pictures, parts of a paradigm that can help you to see this thing in a different light, so that you can go through this thing, that it can... Now I want to say that, but I'm going to rectify myself immediately when I say it. That you can go through this thing without it killing you. As quickly as I say that what I'm sharing with you, I would like to empower you so that you can survive this. I want to rectify myself and saying, let this kill you. Let it kill you. Allow it to kill you. If you're a Christian, I can now only speak for if you're a Christian. Because if this kills you, resurrected life will live through you. Only then. There is no resurrected life that can live in humanity unless humanity dies. And I'm not talking about your physical death, where we place you in a casket and put you in a cemetery. I'm talking about your death for what you want and you think should happen. Balancing that deep desire as a mother and also as a father, and as a couple, balancing that desire to see this end stop, be different, right, normal, with, on the other hand, allowing this to kill you softly, slowly, until it's not you, but resurrected life of Jesus Christ living through you so that you can really live. It's a piece of the puzzle that. It might be the heart of the puzzle. The more we die, the more we live. If one can come 20 years later to a place where you look back and say, it really killed me off. It really did away with me. What I thought should happen. What I really wanted. Because what I really wanted just didn't ever happen. What I wanted to control, to see this outcome, didn't happen. But you know, in some way I'm out of the way now. And there is some kind of life living through me that is deeper, wider, more peaceful, greater, more powerful, that is present. We're all at different places in this journey. I know you're not here, and I know I'm not there where you are. And that's why I'm so cautious to share with you these things. I really do it in such sensitivity, because I know my life is not the benchmark for you. We go away here, you most probably will never see me again. So who am I to say for you? I know I'm nothing to say for you. I am not. I know I'm not. But tentatively and hesitantly, maybe if you can grasp the heart of it, understand the essence of this. In these 4 dimensions of relationship, that we experience, if we can really understand, and I know many of us didn't necessarily grow up on a farm, can understand if you walk in a vineyard and there's this branch that's connected to the stem of this vineyard. This branch is everything that it should be because it's connected to the stem. It gets its source, its sustenance, it's everything. Everything that stem of the vineyard draws out of the ground to give life goes into this branch. If you are not connected, you will have some source. But if it's not sufficient, change sources. If it's not doing the thing, if it's not serving you, change the source. And if God can be that source, I tell you, you will draw from an unending resource, an ending depth of sustenance and nourishment and power and strength that will help you to navigate this external reality that you're confronted with, that is seriously broken. It's not just broken with your child, it breaks relationships. It breaks dreams. It breaks anticipations. It breaks desires for what you want. Our lives will forever be, I know mine is, rebuilding the ruins, if I can use that expression. Because I had a beautiful castle there. I have dreams. I have visions for me and my little family. And then came Dylan. And I never thought God would do it twice. And then came Matthew. 10 years later. Bang! You get 2 of them. You are doubly blessed. And obviously that's not. When I was there, I didn't think that's a double blessing, God. I think you made a huge mistake. And it's not as if you had to pluck me out of some place where I was in dark. No, I was yours forever. I was with you. It's not as if you had to wake me up from my deep life of sin and dark. No, I was yours from the beginning. Before they were born, I was yours. Why did you do it? Why the heck did you do it? Why did you give me this child? I don't want this child. Dylan will fortunately never hear me, so you'll never hear this because I love him deeply, dearly. They are the cloak of humility that I need, and they are the grace that I need for this life that I have to live. The second element of, or dimension of relationship is primarily with yourself. And I take my cue there from Jesus that said, you must love your neighbor as. There's no way I can love you unless I love myself. There's no way I can have empathy with where you stand on the planet unless I have empathy with where I stand on the planet. There's no way I can move into your world and have compassion for you unless I don't have compassion for myself first. I'm not talking about some kind of egocentric, arrogant, I'm God's gift to the human race kind of attitude. I'm talking about a sensible, deep understanding of the value that you have as a person. How precious you are. How the greatness of you that went through this and thought that there is no life after this, that you can pick up some pieces of the greatness of who you are and start to rebuild and say, this is great, this is good, this is me. This is what he from the beginning intended, even though it wasn't my intention and my projection and my vision for me.